Yes guys, welcome back to another YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking you through my current progress with my own physique, where I'm at in terms of food, enhancements, training, everything like that. So, body weight at the minute, this morning I was 184 pounds, lowest body weight of the cut was 178.5. I'll put that on the screen. I'll put on yesterday morning's pictures on the screen. Which I was 1.5 pounds lighter than today, but I had a really good sleep, not last night, night before, so yesterday I woke up pretty light and it was after a couple of rest days. Anyways, food's up. I'll basically talk you through all my food today, and I might show you a bit of my push workout as well. So, first thing that people are probably going to be wanting to know is testosterone stuff. So obviously I started using TRT in mid-April, towards the back end of this fat loss phase, and couldn't really see much differences. Not sure how good the actual testosterone was. And then just a week and a half ago, I've increased that to 300 milligrams. So more of what you'd consider like super physiological, but still on the low end. But definitely more higher than like natural testosterone now. So yeah, excited to see how the body responds, and yeah, not gonna lie, like I'm super excited for training, everything at the minute and the progress, and it's kind of given me a new lease of life with the training side of things, definitely. But anyways, here's meal one. As you can tell, food is definitely higher. Apologies for the mess in the kitchen. 4 whole eggs, 75 cream of rice, 100 pineapple, 100 blueberries, and then we've got fish oil, 2 of them. I'll have at least 6 of these a day. 1 magnesium with each meal, or at least 4 of my meals. So there's 1,000 milligrams of magnesium biglycinate here, and 250 elemental, which is the key thing. You want to be having 100 elemental per 10 kilos of body weight, roughly, at least, if you're training hard. And then we've got vitamin D3 here, 2 lots of 4,000 IU with K2. And early this morning, before my first work block, I also had some low salt, some pink salt, a magnesium in a drink with some creatine and some vitamin C, and that's like my morning electrolyte drink to start the day. And I also had 1 shot of espresso. Sometimes I'll allow myself that coffee in the first 90 minutes, but I won't let it be a full double shot of espresso. I'll let it be a single, so it's not as strong, and then I'll have a single late morning. Basically let myself have a double espresso in the morning whilst I'm working, or like 2 singles, and then the same again pre-workout. So I'll have 4 single espresso shots a day. It's like 300 milligrams of caffeine, the equivalent of like 2 monsters, just to limit myself. And I don't tend to have any caffeine after 2 p.m, so I'm pretty good with that. Don't go too crazy. I could do less, but life's for living, right? But yeah, there's meal 1. I'm gonna eat this, then I've got to quickly take the dog out. Don't know how I'm gonna do this with time-wise, and then it's time to go swimming with the little one, who is currently, well, the big one of the little one, who is currently watching some epic film called The Twits on Netflix. But anyways, I shall see you at the next meal. Speak soon. Almost forgot there. Oh. Okay, motherfucker. Also got a slice of toast with his first meal. It's actually rye bread, German rye bread.
What is your hardest prep you've ever
Really high in fibre.
What's your best prep you've ever gone through?
But then also, it's got some sourdough in it as well. But I'm just having one of them, and that's instead of oats. So just so I got something to go with the eggs, and obviously just make it a little bit nicer there. But anyways, didn't want to forget that. See you next meal. Yo. Right, pre-workout meal, aka second meal of the day about to go in. It is 7 minutes past 1, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but I've been tidying the kitchen, and yeah, I must have been on a walk longer than I thought. Anyways, pre-workout meal, we've got 125 grams of cream of rice. This was 100 grams last week when we first bumped food up. Before that it was like 75. Yeah, 75 was the lowest I think I took it, maybe 50 at one point when I was really trying to get some fat off quick. But anyways, 125 grams of cream of rice. It was 200 grams of berries pineapple mix. However, that amount of fibre pre-workout, would rather just take it out and have banana. 150 grams of banana, you're going to get 30 grams of carbs, which is 120 calories, whereas 200 grams of berries, we're talking like 25 grams of carbs, so less carbs, but like way more volume with the berries, which is great if you're eating a low amount of food, but pre-training, we want this to digest pretty quick. We want to feel good in the training session, I don't want to feel bloated. So yeah, 125 cream of rice, 150 banana, 40 grams of whey, and then we've got 2 more omegas. Like I said, we get at least 6 of them in a day. I've been getting 6 in for a long time now, for like the last few months. Maybe, in fact, fuck that, it's been a lot longer actually, it's probably been like last year. Forgive me, I am due a sleep. But now, obviously me jumping up from completely natural to jumping onto TRT, which I think was doing anything, to now getting some different stuff and taking 300 mg of testosterone, it is going to be great for my heart health, is getting in 6 to 8 of them bad boys a day. And then, as always, we've got a magnesium biglycinate, and this is by Train by JP. So 1,000 milligrams of magnesium biglycinate, 250 elemental magnesium, and this is going to be great for stress reduction, recovery, all that great shit, quality sleep, just feeling good. So, yep, going to get this down. Got some pink salt, some low salt, some cinnamon on here as well. A little bit more water. Currently getting at least 4 litres of fluid a day. Not super accurately like measure it or anything like that. I just make sure my wee's clear. And I get at least 4 litres in. Probably need to start getting a bit more accurate with that as well. But yeah, that's that. Gonna have this, watch a bit of YouTube, have a nap, get to the gym, don't tell Penny I'm having a nap. And then, yeah, before that as well, I'll show you my intro workout and we'll get a good strong coffee in. Right, I'll see you soon. Just getting some steps in the great British countryside. Making sure I don't get hit by any golf balls. So, obviously you saw me have first meal earlier. Went swimming with Florence. All clients that have checked in on time have been checked in. All WhatsApp responses have been made. And that was all well before lunchtime. Since then, been doing a client onboard for a new guy signing up. And now we're just getting a bigger walk in with Brucey because we're a bit short on time this morning, so I just took him out to the toilet. And we'll clock out 5,000 of my 10,000 step goal before I head to the gym. And what I'm going to do now is going to get back. Sleep last night was a bit poor due to kids, family life. So I'm going to have my pre-workout meal once I get back. Then I'm going to have a nap for minimum 15 minutes. Yes, even if you just have 15 minutes. And even if you don't feel like you fully fall asleep, getting that time to relax during the day is going to be beneficial in my opinion. So we're going to do at least 15-minute nap, if not 30 minutes if we can. And then we're going to head off to the gym, which is about 25 minutes away, and show you a bit of that push session. So yeah, if you are a parent and you're watching this and you've got the opportunity to have a 15-minute nap on your lunch break in your car, even though you might look a bit crazy, I'd get your eye mask and take advantage of it. And if you work at home, definitely do it. But yeah guys, I shall sit there shortly. Also, last thing, obviously like now I'm using my iPhone for this recording. Typically I've been using my proper camera, my Pocket Osmo. If I don't put the pressure on myself to do that with Pocket Osmo, I do way more content, so much more. But let me know, do you feel like it makes much of a difference using that, or is this fine? Because you're more likely to get more vlogs out of me if I don't feel like I got to use that every single time. I reckon I'd do a vlog every day again if I did it like this. But yeah, see you shortly for the pre-workout meal. Right guys, okie dokie. So we've got delicious black coffee double espresso with a little bit of water in there. Ooh, fuck me. You see that? That's when you know it's a proper black coffee. Because you can't even see the blackness. It's just pure crema. Peng. The coffee geeks know the score. A little bit of water. And then, let's put this mic down here. Don't know if that's going to fuck it up or not, but yeah. Intra workout, keeping this at 30 grams of carbs. It's supposed to be 10 grams of creatine. It's like 15 grams of creatine. I'm having like 30 grams of creatine a day, but there is some research on cognitive benefits if you're slightly sleep deprived, and also just cognitive benefits in general of having like 20 to 30 grams of creatine a day. So I'm having closer to 30. And I've got some pink salt, low salt in there as well. And then we've got us, don't know if I mentioned this, got the little spoon. I probably won't need this anymore, like soon. Just kind of like forces you to slow down your eating a little bit. Helps you digest your food. So when you're really hungry, it's helpful. Also, it makes the food last longer. Post-workout, we've got 125 cream of rice again. We've got a slightly different one this time. So we've got a custard cream flavour. And then we've got 200 grams of blueberries and some pink salt, low salt, cinnamon, and 40 grams of whey. Strawberry protein powder, not my favourite, but that's what we've got. I prefer the banana one that I was having. But anyways, that's me. Gonna smash this coffee in, set off to the gym, and smoke chest. I'm gonna record. I've got my tripod. I'm gonna record the workout just on my iPhone. I'm gonna record it in like fucking portrait mode, not landscape. Yeah, portrait. The long way up and down. Because I'm gonna do like an Instagram post of today's push workout. So I'll do that, and I'll try and edit it in here so it doesn't look completely shit. Maybe I'll do like half the screen me talking about the workout, half the screen the actual workout. I'll see what I can do, but yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Right, guys, I'll see you soon. Okie dokie, let's dig into the training today. Yes, I'm laid in my bed for these edits, otherwise I wouldn't fucking get it done. So we've done calves and abs to start every session, which I didn't record, and then we digged into the start of the push session. So we're starting every session with side delts because kind of cliche, kind of like a bit of a trend following thing here, but you can't really have two big side delts. It's difficult to do. More width, you got more of an X-frame from the front, X-frame being small waist, wider shoulders, and hopefully wider quads as well. We're into incline dumbbell press. By the way, I did 3 sets of everything today. I did 2 sets of 7 to 10 on the 42.5 kilo dumbbells, which is a little bit heavier than the week prior. I only did these on the Friday, then this was a Tuesday because I just changed how I structured my week a little bit. So, yep, hit these up. As you can see, that's my last rep. I'm not doing any sort of like really crazy reps here because I'm pushing my volume hard enough as it is. After that, I did a higher rep set. That was my second set. Then on to machine chest press. As you probably noticed, I'm not doing as much of like the 3-second negatives and stuff. What I realised was I would make it quite difficult to progress some of my lifts. So rather than thinking it has to be 3 seconds or it has to be this tempo, that tempo, sometimes I'll do it for standardisation, but for the most part, I'm just doing what feels good. And I'm just thinking control, can I feel the muscle working? And I'm able to progress my lifts. And that's sort of it. After that, we hit up the chest fly here. Really focusing on the squeeze. With the stretch on any sort of fly movement and chest movements in general, I do get a little bit of shoulder pain, even if I'm going really light. So I tend not to challenge the stretch position too crazy, although when you watch this back, like, I actually do get a pretty decent stretch. I think what it is I've got a pretty great range of motion. In general, I'm pretty flexible. And I think sometimes probably take that stretch a little bit too far, whereas these, like, I'm watching them back. At the time, it felt like I wasn't getting much of a stretch, but I clearly am. And I'm thinking of driving my biceps together in the middle and just trying to squeeze my pecs as hard as I can without using my biceps too much. I say biceps together, I'm trying to make sure I'm not using my arms to help me do that, and trying to use my chest. Okay, so that's 3 chest exercises done, 1 delt. Then we're moving on to tricep push down. So this is hitting the triceps in a shortened range. So biceps and triceps. The way I'm focusing on my training at the minute with them is just hit one thing shortened, one thing lengthened. So if you don't know anything where your arms are down by your side, you're going to focus more on the contraction, the shortened range for the tricep.
I have been doing these, I've changed how I do these since this video. So this was last Tuesday, it's now Monday, the following Monday now. As you can see, I'm using the handle here. Just because I get the meaty part of my hand and really drive down on that handle hard. I felt real stable. But I felt like I couldn't really get as much of a contraction with this. And my brother was sort of getting at me a bit of this as well. So I thought I'd try the holding onto it by the ball, which is what I did here for the overhead. And it does feel pretty damn good. It's hard to hold onto as much weight, but it does feel good for the contraction and just general control. If you're able to hold onto it, you've got the grip to do it. So it's a bit of a limiter, but it does make it feel better, I must admit. So anyway, I did that with the overhead here just because I didn't have the cuff. And I'll probably keep doing like holding onto the ball because it does feel quite good. This one I'm focusing on the lengthened range. So those that don't know, the tricep and the bicep, although they just do move the elbow joint, they are actually what's called biarticulate muscles, which means they connect at your shoulder as well. So when you're going above your head, you're going to get your tricep more stretched. When you're going down below, you're going to contract it, or you're going to get it more shortened. Then went up to another side raise because your boy wants some side delts. I've been doing 3 side delt exercises a week at the minute for the last few weeks. Progressing well, shoulders aren't hurting. So loving that. I'm doing this one, which I'm trying to think of diagonally pushing out. Pinky's higher than the rest of my hand. And that's to keep my side delt facing the ceiling. Aiming for 15 reps on my first set. Nothing less than 10 ever. These get a little bit messy, but they felt good. And then finishing on push-ups. I was really testing my boundaries with volume recently, and then I realised, like last week, I started to feel my left pec get a little bit tweaky, and that was kind of the thing of like, right, you're doing enough sets here, you probably need to pull it back a bit. The week prior I did 3 sets of these push-ups at the end. This week I just did 1 set because I could feel my left pec on some of them exercises before, and I'm like, I'm pushing this too much. And then I was doing like another 9 sets of chest on a Friday as well. And this week I just brought that down to 6. Yeah, pushed the boundaries out. I've since reduced my volume by 5 sets a week on chest just this last week because it was a bit too much, and I'm feeling a lot better for it. But yeah, guys, this is where I'm at. So FYI, I started my gaining phase at the start of June. This video is on the 16th of June. My food's up. I think I was sitting at like 185 pounds here, or 184. Started my gaining phase at 178, so about 6 pounds up in a few weeks. And yeah, running 300 mgs of test E now, and I feel really healthy. I feel great. Yet to get my bloods done, we'll see how they're looking, but yeah, I feel fantastic, and I'm up even more in body weight since then as well. So definitely a good look for me. And I'm looking forward to seeing how we keep progressing.
Yes. So we're back in the house. It is 6:42. Typically I have my 4th meal of the day. So I had my post-workout in the car, the one that you saw earlier, that I showed you before I went to the gym. And then that were about 4:30, a bit later than usual. A bit behind schedule today. So then I typically have the meal after that, which is chicken and potato, rice, or pasta, what have you. I usually have that at like 5 or 6 because I didn't have my post-workout till 4:30. It's now 6:43. I've got 2 more meals to get in, so yeah, I've been unorganised this evening. But all the food will get in, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch around my last meal and my second to last meal, which, yeah, imperfect, but it's fine as a one-off. So we've got what is typically my last meal. I'm just going to have that first tonight as my 4th meal out of 5. So we've got, you can see that. So that is 450 grams of skyr. I either do that or 500 grams of 0% Greek yogurt. The reason why it's 450 or 500 and why it's different sometimes is just because of the size of the tub it comes in. I just throw it in. And then I've got 200 grams of mixed berries, 20 grams of peanut butter, cinnamon and salt. So it's a pretty lowish carb meal. Plenty of protein, plenty of fibre, a little bit of fat, a little bit of carbs. And yeah, with that, I'm also going to have my 2 fish oils. I think that's 6 that I've had today when I've had that. And another magnesium, which I think is my 3rd magnesium. So I'll have 1 more magnesium with my chicken meal, which will be later on. But yeah, I best get back to daddy time because otherwise I'll be in big trouble. So we've got Willow. You can't see him, but Florence is watching a bit of TV. Willow's in this little floaty thing that we got gifted by some kind friends, and she's kicking off. So I best go. I'll see you at the last meal. Right, guys, I actually forgot to record my last meal. Apologies. It is 9:15, 16 minutes past 9 to be exact. I had my last meal at about 8:40, quite late, and it was just 50 grams of rice, raw weight, 200 grams of chicken, raw weight, and 100 grams of tomato and some salt. But yeah, I forgot to record it. Life's just crazy in the evening in this house at the minute. But in case you want to know what chicken and rice looks like, there it is in a Tupperware. But yeah, today wasn't my most organised day, so we're learning this lesson. As always, the morning shake's ready. Always have my electrolytes ready for first thing. But as well as that, I've prepped chicken and rice meal for tomorrow. Pre-workout, which is, let me show you. We've got intra-workout, which are my carbs, creatine, salt for tomorrow. We've got pre-workout, which is what you saw earlier today, like the cream of rice with the banana, but I'm actually doing some honey for tomorrow as well. So I'm doing like less banana and some honey, just so it's even lighter on my stomach. Then I've got my morning cream of rice and fruit to go with my eggs and toast. And then post-workout, which is cream of rice again, with whey and berries again. So we're getting organised. I'm going to go take me and the missus a tea up. I'm actually going to go up first and check what tea she likes, because sometimes she likes a Yorkshire tea, and sometimes she's like me and like some herbal tea, not that type though, like a chamomile or something like that. Something nice and relaxing and tasty. Quite like a, I forgot what I've been having actually. Some have got like vanilla in them and shit. So we've got these ones. They have like wind down ones, like spiced apple and vanilla flavour, with chamomile and passion flower, shit like that. And these ones are pretty elite as well. One of them's called buttermint. It's basically peppermint with vanilla flavourings, but they're just good. They're nice, man. Take the edge off as well. You know, when you want something relaxing, you want something sweet, but you fucking, you know, you're trying to get in shape. You can't always be smashing in a hot chocolate pre-bed, do you know what I mean? Or a Snickers or something crazy. So anyways, it's bedtime for me. Time to unwind. Gonna get to bed nice and early. Aim is to be asleep by 10, so I can get my ass up early and attack the day tomorrow and get all my food eaten around client calls, Wednesday check-ins, and all that awesome shit. But yeah, right guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hopefully you took something from it. I didn't really speak too much in the whys. Probably need to start doing that, like the reason why I have so much fruit, things like that. But I'll probably save that for another one. Right geezers, hope you're smoking your own goals, whether you're trying to make some gains like me or trying to get in shape. See you at the next one. Peace.